Hey everyone, Nicole here. I am the owner and advanced certified personal trainer at FitMe Fitness, personal training on the go. This is my first video for my channel and for Delicious Dame, so I hope you guys enjoy it. A little bit of my background. I decided last year that because I'm so into fitness and nutrition, that would be a great career path for me to share my knowledge and learn more about the world of fitness. I went to the National Personal Training Institute and I now hold 2 certifications in personal training and 1 certification in nutrition. For my first topic today, I'm going to discuss shoes. And no ladies, sorry, not talking about things like stilettos and boots and all those fun fashion shoes that are out right now. But we're going to talk about some fitness shoes. So, most people think that once they invest in a great pair of running shoes that they can use that for any sport or anything that they do in the fitness world. Unfortunately, not exactly true. What you have to be careful with is that a running shoe is specifically made for running. When you're doing other types of workouts, say like weightlifting or biking or anything like that, you really want to have a shoe that's more made for what you're actually doing. When you look at a typical running shoe, this is usually what they look like. They have a little bit of a thicker or raised heel, as they call it. They have usually a nice wide toe box, and they're made so that your foot can move like this, just like you're running. The problem with the heel that's lifted like this when you're trying to do heavy lifts, say like deadlifts or squats, is that because of the extra cushioning, you can't dig your heels into the ground. And it's very important to have proper form when doing heavy lifts, and to have proper form, you need to be able to dig your heels into the ground and keep your weight back on them. So when you're doing stuff like weightlifting, you don't have to particularly have a weightlifting shoe. There's a couple other options out there that you can try. A great alternative to a weightlifting shoe is your run-of-the-mill Chucks, your Converse shoes. They're nice and perfectly flat, even from the back to the front, and they're not ridiculously priced. With this, your foot is nice and even, and you can dig your weight into your heels just like you need to do a heavy lift. Now, Converse decided that they would, throw a few new styles in there. So they actually have some that can be even better for lifting because they're even just a little bit thinner, so you're really feeling the ground and knowing where your foot is. This is called the Chuck Light. As you can see, it's a little bit thinner, still nice and even base. This is what I like to use when I do a lot of my heavy deadlifts, a lot of my heavy squats, anything that you really need to be able to keep your feet grounded. These are great for that. Now, I also do a lot of CrossFit workouts, which a lot of people do these days. It's also the same thing as doing what's called high-intensity interval training, where you're lifting and then maybe you're running or you're lifting and you're doing air squats as fast as you can, so you're getting cardio in there with your weightlifting. For me, my Chucks aren't quite great for that. I have a hard time running in them, so I like to suggest the Vibram 5 Fingers. Now, I know people get weirded out because your toes are sticking out. It's alright. They do actually make a couple other shoes just like this one, but all closed in the front so you can't see your toes. Now, with the Vibram 5 Fingers, or any minimalist shoe that is just like the Vibrams, again, you get that nice even bottom. It's the same height from the back to the front, but with these, you get the nice treads that help with your running and make it a little bit more comfortable. These are my personal go-to when I work out, and like I said, I like to recommend them to everyone. Well guys, I hope you learned something today about different shoes for different workouts, and I hope to see you next week. Thanks guys, bye!